Hello everyone, this is Jackie Pride, and I wanted to go over the High Priestess card from the Angel Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. I just thought if you could see the perspective of someone reading this deck who is a serious student of Doreen Virtue's angel therapy teachings, it just, I don't know, it might help you when you're doing readings with your deck. I know that every time I observe somebody doing a reading, it always helps me to become a better reader. So I pulled the 3 cards that represent Archangel Haniel from the Archangel Oracle card deck so that you can get a feel for her energy and what she brings to the table. Now the High Priestess card, to me, that generally talks about needing to withdraw so that you can recharge your spiritual batteries. It means just pulling back and, you know, having some alone time with God, having alone time with your angels. I think this card really highlights doing like sea salt baths, aromatherapy treatments, flower crystal essence treatments, just, you know, making that sacred space and rejuvenating and recharging your batteries. That's what the High Priestess card means to me. And Archangel Haniel, I think, was a good choice. When Archangel Haniel is coming to us as a celestial guide, she's bringing us the knowledge that we need to step back, and she helps us to balance whatever imbalances are happening inside of us. So she definitely helps us to maneuver around in life when we're feeling ultra sensitive, over emotional, and uncomfortable in our lives, in our bodies. We may be too much in our emotions. The psychic centers may be too open, kind of a thing, because of recent shifts or revelations. And so she comes in kind of like to protect us by balancing out those imbalances. And one of the ways that she does that is she reminds us of astrological influences. The first card that represents her in the Archangel Oracle card deck is the moon cycles. And her message is, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. So like the moon, right? Sometimes we forget we're under the influence of the moon. That when there's a full moon, things seem a little bit more weird, right? For some people, it's like the time of the month kind of a thing. You might be feeling uncomfortable or just not yourself, and then realizing, oh, there's all kinds of chemicals and hormones and things going on in my body that's getting ready for this reproductive cycle. And so, you know, it's like we forget that our body influences us too with its own rhythms. And so Haniel's reminding us, like, hey, you know, the moon may be affecting a little bit what you're doing. I would widen it out to just astrological influence altogether. Like maybe there's a Mercury retrograde going on, and then that would explain why you're having bumps in the road. Maybe your sun sign is about to have some major, you know, positive things happening, and so you want to be aware of that. I would definitely look into astrology when she pops up. And, you know, like if there's a full moon, maybe that would be a better time to work on releasing and cleansing rituals rather than manifestation. Maybe waiting for a new moon to come up before you really start to plant those intention seeds would be a wiser thing. So that's what Haniel brings up. She's saying, first of all, be more aware of the astrological influences happening around you. And also be mindful that your body is full of chemicals and hormones, and you may need to do something to balance those out. If you're always working on inner wounds and healing them, it may cause you to feel like you're always in anxiety or anger or depression or something as you're moving through those layers of pain. Like what I tend to do is I'll take flower essences for a cheerful attitude, and I take these like herbal remedies that are a combination of St. John's wort and holy basil and and things that are supposed to act as a natural antidepressant. You know, I take those when I know I'm feeling like just kind of conflicted inside, and it calms me down. So that's, again, something else Archangel Haniel tells us. She's like, bring yourself into balance. Do what you need to do to bring your life into balance and to bring yourself into balance, to bring yourself into harmony. And don't be ashamed if you do need to take something to even out the stress in your life. That's why these medicinal things are there, you know. So instead of reaching for comfort food, I take my St. John's wort and holy basil pills in the morning, and that helps me. Um, that just, honestly, it does help me to feel more even emotionally, because I'm always working on, um, you know, deep things that happened in the past. So the other card that comes up is passion. And she says, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. So to me, this is kind of like saying the heart wants what it wants. And the key word there is renewed. We're going back to the basic things that have always caused us to feel happy. We're going back to the things that we know are going to put us on track with why we were born. Sometimes we forget you were born for a reason. And sometimes we forget that we are meant to be alive right now, that there is some gift that we have inside of us that we need to give to the humanity, as well as learn from other people and receive their gifts so that we can become a more enriched, whole person. There is definitely something you were born to give to this world, and so this is going back to getting in touch with that. And it's about passion. It's opening up to hope again. Like, can I really have that relationship that is just romantic and intimate and full of connection instead of just being work? Can I really have that career that's full of inspiration and makes me happy to get up in the morning rather than it just being work? Can I have a connection with my family members where we actually love each other and get along instead of it just being work? So what she's basically, when she shows up, she's telling us we've been feeling like we've had to work on a lot of things for a while now, to the point that everything has kind of lost its excitement. She's going to bring us back to what helps us to feel hope, to help to, you know, it's almost like reboot us back to where we can start over again and go, all right, I'm going to do it different this time, so I'm not always working on something, but I can just enjoy it. So definitely healing any workaholic tendencies here. And the last card that represents her is sensitivity, and it says, you are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. So, and then there she is in a beautiful natural setting, playing the harp like my friend Ingrid, and she's just around very gentle life forms. She's around animals and she's around plants. Does it get any gentler than that, really? Again, that alludes to pulling back away from everyone's maybe rubbing you the wrong way, pulling back, going to the plant kingdom and the natural organic world, and just finding your connection in that space for a while. Because a lot of times when you are going through kind of a shift, when you're realizing something deep inside of yourself that you haven't really communicated yet to the people around you, but it's kind of inside of you and you know something's going on in your heart's ready to make a change, your heart's ready to do something very empowered, you're already going into the vibration of that new change, but the people around you don't know that yet, and so they might start rubbing you the wrong way. This is just about finding protection with very gentle and nurturing energies and people. So how does this tie in to the High Priestess? The High Priestess card says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Again, I feel like that alludes to pulling back while you're recharging your batteries. You know, if there's something you're working on, take time to see if you're really called to do something versus you're trying to force it to happen. If you're feeling too much anxiety, feeling too much in the way of what you would call negative emotions, where you're not feeling how you how you want to be feeling, go towards those things that can balance that out. It might be getting away from people that are always combative and always, you know, like jerks, basically jerky people, like that they got so much armor around them that they could never just say something tender and nice. It's always got to be a joke, or it's always got to be some smart aleck remark, or, you know, people like that that just aren't comfortable being vulnerable. You know, it might be pulling away from them. It could mean that you know, whatever's going on, you may want to pursue some kind of holistic healing on yourself so that you can bring yourself back into balance. Because that's what Haniel really does. When I ask Haniel to come to me and protect me during the day, I always ask her to place over my energy a yin-yang symbol, and that this yin-yang symbol is charged to balance whatever imbalanced energies are in me or around me. So that's really, you know, that's really how I view her, as somebody that brings balance to whatever is imbalanced. And if the imbalance is outside of you, that may be her guidance to you is just leave them alone. Maybe you can share with them, look, this is like, I take St. John's wort pills for when I feel this way. Maybe you could do that. You know, you can share that kind of information, but, you know, just leave it at that. Kind of like, this is what I do to help myself feel balanced. And then go on your way. The other thing, like I've been telling people lately, I've been surrounding myself with house plants to make myself feel safe and balanced. And that doesn't mean that, you know, I think they need to all go out and buy plants. You can share that information, but then leave it alone. So I think that that's what the High Priestess represent. Like if that came up in a reading, that's what I would tell someone. I would say Archangel Haniel is with you to balance whatever imbalances are there. She's wanting you to feel emotionally balanced and happy and calm and peaceful. There may be something going on inside of you, deep inside of you, that is ready to change, and so you would be advised to withdraw and spend some alone time with God and your angels. Spend some alone time figuring out a holistic healing treatment for yourself, and then engage in that, and then just give it time to start to work, and then come out of your sacred space and interact with everyone again. Okay, everyone, I hope this helped. Have a great day. Bye-bye.